Hey marketers, welcome to the Marketers Podcast. Across the next 10 episodes, we're talking work permit from all angles, chatting with guests from both local and immigrants backgrounds. You hear inspiring stories from marketing professionals, CEOs, recruiters, and more. Plus, we've got a fun game and exclusive tips at the end of this episode. I am Camila, your host and founder of Marketing in Ireland community, helping immigrants, marketers, and students succeed in their career. Ready? Today, you meet Nune Troy, an HR expert with passion for global mobility. She's on mission to simplify international hiring and relocation. So, thank you so much to come here.
Thanks so much for having me as well. So delighted to finally meet you in person.
Yes, finally. I'm the kind of person that I just go to LinkedIn like, hey, how are you? Can we talk? Can you do a video together?
Yeah, I find LinkedIn very such a fantastic platform for anything like professional related. You can find anyone. It's a great network platform.
Definitely, it is. Yeah. So then we just start the podcast, this episode, and then we already know, please use your LinkedIn. Don't use your LinkedIn as a static CV. Remember, LinkedIn is a social media, a professional social media. So then use that well. Yeah? Perfect. Please introduce yourself for our audience.
So again, I am Nune Troy, originally from Thailand. I've been in Ireland for actually, I think, coming to the next one and a half will be 2 years. Okay. Yeah, not long, but not short as well.
Yeah.
My background with my careers, I have been working in HR solutions where we help people move countries, like relocate to different countries, either for work, travel, or either it's holiday business or work with their families, getting their job, getting the tax sorted, getting their visas or permits sorted, everything in HR solutions. So I'm very, very passionate about global mobility, helping people moving smoothly. So when I moved here, luckily that I got a chance to pursue my career path, to get involved in the industry that still help people in terms of immigration, focusing on immigration, employment permits and business visas, or either moving for their family, moving by themselves for job alone, or either with their friends or family as well. And yeah, it's been, I think, more than 6 years now with this industry. Yeah.
Wow. What a great job, isn't it?
Well, it's good. You get a chance to meet loads of people and listen to their story, their background, and what they want, and you would hear a lot from them. You came from hearing a lot of oh, they're getting nervous, they're getting worried, they're even getting angry or frustrated of before the move, between the move, but when they finally in their destination that they want to be.
Yeah,
that's when they'll be oh, finally they're here, and then the rest would be the new journey, the new thing for them to explore, new life.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's everyone is like that, but sometimes I can see that is a lot about them dreams, people's dreams, isn't it?
Yeah, I see. It doesn't have to be people in them mid-30s. It could be young people starting their journey when they are even in their 18 or 19.
Okay.
And move country for starting new education, or by themselves, even moving to Australia, New Zealand, Canada, far away from home, starting new society, everything new, and then they just continue their path, finish their education and just get the career there. Not that they don't want to go home, but they know that going back home might not get what they want for their dream, in terms of career or in terms of lifestyle, for example.
That makes sense. Make completely sense because I can see myself in that
Yeah.
position as well.
Yeah, I
You
heard a
know,
little
like,
bit of your story, and that's, I find it very, very amazing. Like,
Thank you.
what a journey. Like, similar to me, that like I moved here before. I still remember, I think one of the questions is like asking me what's it like to move abroad, or what does it feel when you are to move, or the process of when you're moving abroad. You know, so like that's when people might get like nervous, scared, fear, those feelings. I'm sure that you have that as well before you moved here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I was more excited. That was more about feeling because, do you know, I really thought I don't know, I want to live in a different country. I want to have the experience. And then I don't know, when I start plan come to Ireland, I was 2 years planning, and she's okay here? Okay. Just 1 second. Okay. Yeah, let's let it go. When I was planning come to Ireland, I don't know. I just for 2 years I was like, yeah, it's what I want to do. I just prepare myself. I'm living in Brazil. I don't know if I succeed in Ireland, but one thing I know,
Yeah.
I won't be there. I won't be in somewhere that I learn English. I improve myself, my skills. You know, like, so I knew
You have
what
to
I-
go.
Yeah, like no way. Like, I prepare myself to don't come back to Brazil. All the documentations, everything. I leave everything with my mom. I go to, you know, like I authenticated everything, all the documents.
Yeah.
I leave everything organized. So I was really excited to leave.
And like, you planned for 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow. I think I planned for like 2 months.
2 years. Yeah. For me, it would be impossible just deciding 2 months come here because I came alone. I came by myself, you know, like, so I had to plan myself or because
a lot.
yeah, because for example, in Brazil you work a lot, and your salary is not really high.
Exactly. That's one of the points about. That's why people, of course, like, we miss home. We have the feeling that like we want to go home, visit home, but a better life here.
Exactly.
For like to make you step to where you are or you want to be. Like, that's what Ireland or other countries that you want to move, and you think that like they give you that opportunity, they bring the best from you, where like your home country might not see your potential or your skills that you have. They might not get the chance that you want to grab for like years and years and years. Say like I've been working in industry back home for like, oh my god, like so many years, and then like I couldn't see myself going somewhere, or it was like it takes so long. Either it's a culture or something that like, oh, like it has to be like follow the step of seniority, for example, like so that I can be there somewhere that I want to be. But when I move here, people see potential from you. Like, Ireland is so good. Employers here are so fair. They treat people like fairly. Everyone is just basically the same. You have the same potential, you can do that. They give you opportunity to do what you have, like the skills that you have. They bring the best from you, like I said. So once you have that opportunity, I think that's how the West.
It's amazing.
It is. Yeah.
It's exactly what we need. You know, like, it's what we talk in our community. If we have one opportunity, can change completely the life of an immigrant. Of
once
someone.
you're here. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So I'd like to know, could you explain more detail about how you help candidates and companies?
So the company I'm with now, it's a part of the group called CloonTech. So they have like this umbrella company of 6 to 7 companies under the group. So I'm part with Taxback company, where they do tax as well, and they also do immigration with a sister company called Visa First. So they help with inbound and outbound. So inbound, I'd say, like you or anyone that want to come here and work or doing business, for example. Doesn't have to be like non-European. It could be Australian or Americans want to come here to visit, like to join meetings with like big firms or small firms here. And also non-Europeans that got a job and want to come here. We do help them as well. And outbound, we help, say, like yourself now in Ireland, and you want to visit your companies, colleagues, or join marketing conference in India or marketing conference in the US, we do that. Like we streamline the visas and work permit application for anyone, basically. It doesn't have to be non-Europeans, anyone, anywhere as well.
That is really good to know, because sometimes, for example, there are events in place that maybe your employee, they're not allowed to go because they need a visa or something like that. And it's not always the company or the HR person or, like, know exactly what you have to do. And then you support the company as well. So then you tell the company what they have to do, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Because I got to be honest with you, HR, they wouldn't know everything that relates to laws or regulation of all the countries. A lot of HR that we work with, they were just like, oh my God, immigration, what is this?
Yeah.
Like there's so many paperwork, a lot of hassle that what they think. That's one of the reasons as well that they might kind of like get panics or get like feeling like nervous, like, oh, like we don't want to touch it. Like, what is it? But that's when we come in and help, like make it simple. That like, oh, actually, if you have a candidate from abroad, these are the questions that you have to ask them, and tell them that like, oh, these are the steps that like to make them move here smoothly, as smooth as it could. So, say someone from Brazil want to come here to work in marketing, and they secure a job online, either it's directly to the employer itself, Irish employer itself, or through a platform, recruitment companies, or like either, like job boards in Ireland or else. There's plenty of them. And also there is one platform for, I think it's related to the government, where if an employer needs to advertise a job, it's a part of employment permit requirement that they need to advertise a job for a certain amount of days in this platform. So you go to this platform, you will see jobs not only in Ireland but all over in Europe.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can share that I can plug you the link for like that job. Yeah. That's what I found out when I moved here. I didn't know it before I moved here. Like, it's just a huge platform where they post the jobs, and you'll be able to see the names of employers, and you can go there. It's also good with LinkedIn as well, but these the platform that like you get to the local, you get to like the real local Irish employers that they use. What do they use? It's good for LinkedIn, but it's quite broad and big, and you don't know like who to reach out. Hiring managers or something, but definitely. Like if you know that like, oh, like these are the local recruitment companies, that's where you can go to them and get a job.
That is really good. Yeah. This link definitely I will put in the description of this video. Yeah. What was tough when you moved abroad for the first time, and how did it affect how you help other relocate?
What's it like the first time? This is me looking back. It was fun, to be honest. It's like you got the tourist vibe the first few months. Like, oh, that's new. Yeah. Like, but my job sent me to Donegal, and I took the bus for 4 hours. I know, you know what?
Oh my God,
so excited.
Amazing.
I got so excited. Why the other Irish colleagues were just like, Donegal.
What? You were just going to Donegal?
Yeah, you took the bus as well. 4 hours, my God. Like, how'd you do that? Or like, Tralee. Oh, I went to Tralee. I took the plane. Sorry, not a plane. I took the train, and I was like not sure where the platform for the train is. So I asked the officer at the Houston station, like, which platform to go to Tralee? And they were like, "Are you sure you're going to Tralee?" I said, "Yeah." Why? Like, yeah, I was just like, I just got so excited because like everything is new. Like I love it here so much. Like the people are so good. Once I moved here and I just realized that people were so friendly. The nature is just so great. Everything is so green. The air quality is much better than home. So like
I think some locals, they don't really appreciate much, like, so what they have. I don't know, maybe because they born here, and then for them nothing's really excited. But like when you have experienced living in a different country, or like, you can see how amazing it's Ireland. I love go to the countryside. The air, the green, the mountains, like it's a great place if you enjoy the natures and you want, like, I don't know, connect with yourself. So I bring the cats to do hiking with me, and like it's just like, it's amazing.
You got to do things that you weren't able to do at home. I'm not sure that
for me, like, first time when I saw a woman in the middle of the mountain alone running, I thought like, what is she doing here? Are she crazy? Because if you are in the middle of a forest in Brazil alone, a woman alone, wow,
dangerous.
I'm sorry, love, you probably you won't go home, like you won't come back home, because like so many terrible things can happen with you. But here the woman just go to do hiking by herself with the colleagues. Like, it's amazing, the freedom, like it's amazing.
Do you find yourself you have to do more activities over here than home?
Much more. Much more.
I have more hobbies. I do loads of things. I don't stop. Like weekends, it's just like, okay, I go for hiking, I go for a walk in the park, I do more runnings. I have new community. I do more than just I was at home. I think this is something, this is the beauty of the society over here. If you're in the right society, that's the part of what I am going to mention as well. Like the first phase of like moving here a few months, you will get the tourist vibe. Like you knew everything is new, you get so excited. But then say after 6 months, you start to get settled. Everything is like not new anymore. Now what to do? If you move here in your 20s, you're lucky. That's what I see. Because of course you're going to be alone and lonely and far from home. But if you surround yourself in schools or universities, you find loads of people like-minded. But I moved here in my 30s. I don't go to school, I don't go to college. I don't move here to study and meet new people that have like-minded or like doing the same thing together. I moved here in my 30s, and it's good to have colleagues, but sometimes you wouldn't want to just make friends with colleagues and have them as friends like all the time, or make friends from work. You also want to make friends outside work. Now, how to do that?
It's hard.
How to do that
I just
in
have
your
to tell
30s?
you, it's hard. So I see that here in Ireland, there is a lot of talent in the country itself. So have you ever helped marketing professionals from other places move to work in Ireland?
Exactly, 100%. We help with all industries, either as marketing or sales or engineer or doctors and nurse, and all industry and marketing. It's one of the top roles.
Really?
Yeah, sales and marketing. This year and last year just become very popular. This year and last year,
That is really interesting, because what I have in my mind it is, I know there are oh my God, the marketer professional community here in Ireland, it's huge.
I know.
Just in my community, I have about 1,100 registered members.
Oh my God.
And I know that is not 10%.
It
is huge. So then, of course, I want you still have your job, your company doing doing brilliantly. But what do you think about that? If the talents are here, why companies they are relocated people from different countries to Ireland?
That's what I think. That's the part that they might not know or aware of. That like actually, you have loads of talents that moved since I think years ago, like either last year or year before. There's so many permits renewed. They bring in lots of new talents, and imagine like a box here that like you bring in
Inflation,
a lot of
isn't it?
things in the box already.
Yeah.
People, of course, going to move jobs in the countries. They do not want to go home yet. I think that's interesting questions. They might not know that they can actually hire someone that's already in Ireland, or how to advertise, and also do they get someone to help like advertise the roles, or how they communicate with talents here, or how the talents communicate with them. Did they make it clear that, oh, actually, I can get my permit changed to the new employer? Like these things, these questions from candidate themselves and also from the Irish employers themselves has to ask both sides,
Yeah.
so that they can meet like in the middle way, like to get that role like streamlined. So it could be any factors that like why they don't hire people from the country and why they hire someone else from abroad.
I'm really curious. I really found out, really.
Because I'm telling you here, because I always tell employers, my clients that we work with, or either like on LinkedIn, to tell them that like, well, there's so many talents here already. It's so much more better to hire someone that already here.
Even more cheaper for them as well.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
It saves time and it saves money. Time, it's more important because they want the candidates yesterday. They would want like as soon as possible. So I think hiring someone that already in Ireland, it's just save a lot more time. And I'm talking about 2 months save from
definitely.
Yeah. And save the cost as well. You don't have to pay for flight, and you don't have to pay for logistic maybe. You don't have to pay for visa application.
If you really want the candidate like straight away, like they start fast, so then just give to them like a part-time job. Do you know, like it's a contract with a part-time job, just to they can start, because like, for example, I started here as a student, STEM 2, English student, and then I wasn't able to work full-time, but I could work 20 hours part-time 20 hours per week, and then in summertime 40 hours per week. So then like basically the first company, they provide to me the opportunity to work part-time.
That's a good employer.
Great.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. They were really good with me, good with me. So then, like you can start part-time and then apply for the visa. They see your work, they like your work, and then
and just before I come here, I was in a meeting with one of the top recruitment companies over here, and I actually said, like, I'm going to the podcast today. Can you tell me why your clients don't want to touch employment permits and visas? Like, you hired the STEM 1G, great. Like, I support that, because STEM 1G are graduates who can work for 12 months without holding employment permit, or even for 24 months without employment permits. They can work with any employer. And then I said, well, if the STEM 1G is about to expire, what are they going to do? Are they going to send candidate home? What are they going to do? And then she told me, oh, Nune, they just don't know how to do it. And they just trying to say no and don't want to touch it. I think knowledge is just so important for a lot of employers to know. I think this is time. I was at the Jobs Expo in Dublin, in Croke Park, 3-4 weeks ago. Not sure, 3 weeks ago. And the amount of people, I think you saw my post on LinkedIn. Yeah. I didn't have to queue to get into Croke Park. Like, I didn't have to do that last year. But this time it's like, since the entrance, I had to queue, like outside, and talk with, I actually just like, okay, while I'm waiting here, I just talk with someone that I was waiting with. So when I got into the event, I didn't see Irish people. I did not see Europeans. Like, I would say they might be there, but I would say less than 10%. Wow. The amount of people there is like non-Europeans. They And it just shocked me because like, my God, now what you gonna do, employers? I was just like, what you gonna do with them? Because last year you didn't want to, like, you have an option like, oh, like we would like someone to have like visa ready, like to have ready to have the right to work.
Yeah.
And now these are all, oh my God, engineers I'm talking about, doctors, even healthcare assistants, so important to the industry at the moment. It's so vital. Data analytics, people who are willing to work, even bus driver, even that's a full room of talents there.
Yeah.
And I asked myself a question, now what are you guys gonna do? Because there are talents in the room here. Is it time? I think this is the time.
Yeah.
This is the time for them to know how to do it. Like either do it themselves or get someone to know, or ask their compliance team to get this knowledge so that they can hire someone that's already in the country. The good thing about hiring people that are already in Ireland, students, I give you example, graduates, they already here for, say, how many years for your English course?
It's 8 months. in
8 months.
total. Yeah.
So like someone that already in the country for 8 months, or someone that finished their bachelor, they're probably here for like 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
Or someone that graduates 2 years or a year. They know how the business run. They know what the country is like. They know the streets in Dublin or Ireland. They know the transportation. They know how to find accommodation. They know how Irish people
Yeah.
are like.
Like when I say 8 months, it's the first cycle of the English course. But like in total, you normally be here for 2 years.
Yeah. So you don't only know English, you learn the culture.
Yeah.
You learn how to work with Irish people, or you know how the business run. You know the story of like how this city or this country operates.
And you won't be here, and you already are here.
Yeah, and you have your own skill as well. You're diverse. Like you have the skills, you have the culture from your own country mixed with the culture over here. You have the experience here. To hire talents that have that skills already ready to work, not only like just their skills, but also the social skills that they have for this country. I think that's the benefit for Irish employers, to get that kind of talents. I think this is the time. I don't think they should wait. I think even the company that have compliance team, get them to know, get them to the training session, for example, to know what it's like to hire someone from like outside Europeans that are already here in Ireland or outside Ireland.
Yeah, as she said, it's time to know.
It's time, yeah. I think it is time, yeah.
Hopefully, that is one of the reasons that we are doing this podcast. What key factor should Irish you already said that. Should Irish employee consider when hiring international candidates?
So I think ask the right questions. Don't get panicked. It's just like, don't think that like, oh God, like visas, it takes so long. It's a lot of paperwork. Do I have to pay?
Please tell for your camera. It's really hard to hire an international candidate.
It's not hard at all. No, it's not. Like, it could be hard, but don't get panicked, because things can get simplified. You just ask the right questions. Just, again, when in doubt, ask someone who knows well in the industry. You could go to solicitor, you could come to ask visa first, or you could ask your compliance team if you have them in-house. And if they don't know, and if you don't want to invest, you just go to the government website. Again, I know like sometimes the website could confuse you, like with, again, legal term. When it comes to immigration, the vocab could confuse you. So if they are already in Ireland, I think the employer the first question is that, what is your status at the moment, visa status? They could be like, oh, I'm on stamp 1G, I'm on stamp 1, or I'm stamp 3. So again, the employer will be like, what is stamp 1G? What is that?
I listened. Some companies, they did that question for me. And can I tell you, HR? Can I tell you, HR recruiters? I applied for my work permit.
Yeah, amazing.
I did by myself.
Yeah.
I was at the website. I just read 2 pages. I asked my company the contract. I applied by myself. It's just filling the form.
Yeah.
And then paid.
Yeah. Exactly.
Done. I receive an automatic email in my mailbox, and I wait for 1 month, 1.5 months. That's it. After that, I apply for my card, and then I have my work permit, and I can work full time for the company. And I love working in my company and work hard.
You do, yeah. We all do. I think one of the good things of people that moved abroad is that they work really hard and they commit because they want to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, like, employers, ask the right question. And if you have questions like, oh, what is Stamp 1G? You ask the candidate. I'm sure that the candidate is more than happy to tell you that, like, oh, Stamp 1G is like this is the condition, or you can hire me without having an employment permit. Or again, with candidates, when you reach out to like employers, I think you just have to tell it all about your current status of like, what can it do? What can they do with the stamp status that they have? So employers ask the expiry date as well. So you know, they're like, oh, do you have time for that? Again, when in doubt, there's so many professionals, either on LinkedIn, text me. You can text me. Like, we do give consultants, and that's just out part of it. Like, I just can talk to you on LinkedIn. It's fine. Like, I'm more than happy to just give a consult, having a small chat with you over a coffee or something.
Lovely. Yeah. So please then now tell the audience how they can find you. Talk about your social medias. Talk a little bit about the project or your company. Feel free to talk to our audience. What do you prefer?
Yeah, so you can reach me out on LinkedIn, like Nune Troy, Nune. My surname is Troy, Troy. So LinkedIn would be a good. I'll be so active and responsive as well on LinkedIn. So just send me a message so I can talk you through either your candidate or your employer. Like, I'm more than happy to like have a quick chat with you.
Now let's start the second block. We have a game. Answer or eat? Nune, will you answer or eat?
I'm scared now.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. So I make 2 questions. That is for you. And then what you decide, you have to show to your camera if you answer or if you eat.
What am I going to eat? Maybe it's just
surprise. Won't be cat food. I guarantee you. Won't be cat food. So the first question, it is. I tell you the 2 questions. You decide first, okay? If you give a superpower to every spot dealing with Irish weather for the first time, what would it be? That is the first question. Second question. In your experience facilitating global mobility, what is the most unexpected request from the company?
I answered the first one.
Okay, so then, if you give a superpower to every expat dealing with Irish weather for the first time, what would it be?
I would love, like...
Will you answer or eat?
I will answer. I would be multi-purpose jacket or coat for all season in one day. It could be a coat that can transform itself to be like for winter, and also rainproof, and also have a little pockets that have a little umbrella that have a superpower umbrella for the Irish wind.
That is creative.
And because, you know why? Because I spend so much money on umbrellas.
Oh, really?
Like, I changed so many umbrellas. It's broken every time.
Exactly. Why you don't need an umbrella in Ireland?
You do, for the rain.
Do you know what I'm doing? I'm just have the best rain jacket ever. Do you know, normally the rain jackets, they have looks like a hat, like a Sherlock Holmes hat that cover your face. I know it's awful. I know it's not stylish.
Yeah.
But I'm fine. I don't need an umbrella because I know you broke at the next, in the next road you broke.
But then, like, the rain jacket, you have, say, like, if it's in winter, you still want to wear your coat. But when it rains.
Yeah.
A
waterproof coat.
That's why I told you, if I have a superpower, I want that one jacket that could have a little button, transform to like rain jacket, a transform to like winter coat, transform to like,
or like a
trench coat.
duvet.
Yeah, for the summer, for all seasons in one day.
I like that. I think Marvel, they should hire you.
Yeah. Or like strong windproof, or strong, what you call, like a golf umbrella. But they're big. Like, a woman wouldn't want to carry big umbrella. No way. But I end up, oh my God, like, there's so many broken umbrellas at home. Yeah, just one just broke yesterday as well.
Okay. So then, if in your experience facilitating global mobility, what the most unexpected and weird request from the company? Will you answer or eat?
I can answer, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, can do attitude. Unexpected request, right?
Yeah.
Is that, can we get that candidate in Ireland by next week? Like, you...
Of course.
Like, I was like, well, like, I'm not working for the Department of Justice. And I do not have that connection. But again, they wouldn't allow that.
Maybe they think you have a portal.
Oh yeah, and like submit myself, or like, oh yeah, or another not request, a question that like, can your portal linked directly to the embassy? Like, yeah. I'm like, oh no, actually no, we want to, but we don't. Or like, see, like Schengen visas, right? Okay. If you want to fly to Spain, for example, for someone who's not Irish, my God, the appointment would be booked out like for the next 2 months. They would come in and say, do you have spatial appointment? Yeah, like that's the very common question. Okay. Spatial appointments. I don't know what that is. I don't want to answer. I don't want to ask them as well what that is. But yeah, these are like funny requests.
You try avoid to eat. But
you want me to eat still?
You have to eat.
Stop again. This is not fair.
So close your eyes.
Jeez. What is that? Oh my!
Then you can eat.
Is that one piece?
Yeah, it is.
Let me smell. What's that? Is that tamarind?
It is. You know tamarind.
Oh my God! I'm from Thailand. You know that.
I didn't know Thailand had tamarind. I thought it was something from Brazil.
You know, we have similar weather, maybe.
I didn't know.
Oh my God. Guys. Do you eat them like...
Yeah.
What? I don't eat them like that.
Really?
We do coat it with sugar.
Okay.
Troy.
I love like that.
Oh my God.
Bitter.
Does she eat at home?
Sour. Okay.
Where did you get them?
Supermarket. Asian supermarket.
Oh, they're the best.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, you cannot trick someone from Thailand.
That is true. So, thank you so much. And
you're welcome.
We are third block. We are Marketing in Ireland community. Help immigrant marketers and students succeed in their career. Join our community is completely free and always will be. If you're looking for exclusive content and the opportunity to meet me, consider an upgrade for a pro membership. Details can be found in the description. A special thank you for SCWA for assisting students in finding the best university, and Dagda Visual for the support in recording this podcast. So if you are looking for a digital marketing service, talk to them. Then now we go for our third block. In our third block, this conversation is an exclusive conversation for the pro membership. In this pro membership session, the question that you do for Nune would be, how can non-European that is living in Ireland effectively communicate with the employer about work permit? And the second question, what advice would you give to those planning to move to Ireland on how to approach employers regarding work permit? So that 2 questions will be exclusively for the Pro membership. So then if you want to know how to be a Pro membership, click in the link below and you see. So see you then, Pro members.